Hello there, and welcome to once again another race here in King of Leagues. We've got the Friday pool ready for you guys here around Coda, as we're first going to go through the grid of leagues real quick on the Friday pool. As we've got a VF1 Racing League, then we've got Lightning Racing Competition, ERS Racing League International, Racing Series F1, SKG Racing League, Torque Titans Racing League, European Racing Organization, Nomex Racing League, Universe of Racing, who only have one league, and then we've got Yape Racing League at the bottom of that list right there. So we are going to be ready for a short qualifying, and afterwards we will be having a 35% race. And hopefully you guys are ready for the amount of racing that we are going to be seeing here today, because I'm pretty sure the racing is going to be better than next week. Geldy. I've got a buddy in my DMs that just said put Geldy on comms. There's no way. I mean, you know, Geldy, I would if there was. Wait, there is a spot in the lobby. Geldy, you want to do comms, mate? Put it in the chat here. I'll add you to the comms box. Yes, we've got a couple of guys out on track already, but as I was saying, you know, you've got a couple of drivers who are going to make it a spectacular race, obviously. Haha, I know you won't, Geldy. I know you won't. Don't worry. I'll do it by myself. So, yeah, as I said, it's going to be an exciting race. Last week we had Australia, if I'm not mistaken, and that is quite a tricky track to make overtakes on. We didn't see too much carnage. Every now and then we saw a little virtual safety car, but here around Coda, I don't think that's going to be the case. Very good overtaking opportunities, as we are looking at Paindats, who just invalidated this lap right there. We might want to go on board with a nifty Nasri, who's racing for Torque Titans Racing League, together with his very own teammate Penrose, all the way in P17. And then we've got another couple of guys for different teams, obviously. I'll go through the grid real quick so you guys know who is racing for which team. So we've got Paindats and... wait, why did I say Paindats and Penrose? That's going to be TTRL. So his teammate is going to be Nathan Richards, all the way at the bottom of the grid, P18. And then, of course, Penrose is going to be racing for Torque Titans Racing League together with Nifty. Oh, wait, I said that already. Never mind. I was just a little confused with Paindats there. I kind of mixed up those leagues. I don't even know why, because they don't even have the same logo, the same colors of cars. Doesn't even make sense. Doesn't matter that much. Oh, Josh Rose coming across the line with a 130.1 right now. As Nifty is going to come across the line as well, a 131.2. A little slower than Josh Rose, who's going to be racing for SKG Racing League together with Vettel. Vettel, who's currently still in the pit lane, and we've got Brushy Pancakes racing in that purple car. Brushy is going to be representing Yape Racing League, and this might be a bad thing because they don't have the same livery, and I'm afraid that's going to be a penalty for Yape Racing League. I'm just going to double check with the other driver, which is going to be Gabro. And where is Gabro real quick? Where is he? Wait, where is Gabro? He's not in, is he? Wait, this is, where's Gabro? Who is the second driver for Yape Racing League? I thought he was in. Wait, I'm probably losing him somewhere. No, he's not in. Is it Dancho then? I don't know. Welcome, Rickstra. How are you doing, mate? In the chat. Oh, Max Meyer. Oh, yeah, right. So Max is going to be racing. As we're just going to quickly look at the car. Oh, they have the same car. It's purple, so all good for Yape Racing League there. As Max Meyer is coming around the track real quick. He's on an outlap, so he won't be pushing too much yet. As we still need to invite somebody. But, well, he dropped out. It's Drastic Brace, who apparently came back into the lobby. No, it's another driver, wasn't it? No, it was Blaze. He apparently didn't need another invite, so that's lovely. As he's currently on a fast one, coming around Sector 3. That long right-hander is a very tricky one. And then you've got those fast two left-handers who want to touch the curb as much as possible to be able to get a better exit. A little luck there for Drastic Blaze as he comes down the straight. DRS wide open, and he puts himself in P5. Right ahead of Suzuki. Yes, you might want to go on board with Zongo here, racing for Let me just double check. ERS Racing League International, his very own teammate is going to be Densho, as Densho is currently in P10 with a 132.1. We saw him come across the line earlier on with that 131.2. 132.1, but unfortunately it's not going to be good enough to come anywhere near the top grid, as Zongo is coming into sector 3 as we speak. And here we've got that long right-hander. I'm afraid that a lot of guys will try to make an overtake coming through this corner, although the problem is if you're on the softer compound, your tires will be overheated because of those fast corners you've got entering sector 3. Hard braking zones as well, so you're really gonna put a lot of pressures on the tires as he comes across the line now with a P7 at 131.7 so far. Still plenty of guys to come across the line, with Vettel just starting his qualifying lap as he's already put the fastest first sector on the board at the moment, heading into sector 2 as we speak. He's got a purple car ahead of him. That's either Max or who was the other driver again? That's either Max or Brushy Pancake, as Brushy Pancake currently in the pit, so that is going to be Max. Coming down the straight goes Vettel, DRS wide open. A good overtaking opportunity for many of the guys here coming down the line. As going into turn 12, you will be able to shoot it down the inside. You do need to be alongside though, so make sure you are alongside before you actually make a deep dive bomb. It's more than a 90 degrees corner, so if you shoot through a little bit, you're going to end up in the rear of the other guy you're trying to overtake, so make sure you don't do that, as we don't want too many reports for the stewards, obviously. The less fighting, not necessarily the better racing, but the less, crashes, incidents, the better it will be for a King of Leagues in general, of course. Coming through those fast left-handers, a little wide there, might have lost a bit of time as he had to yield coming through that penultimate corner. And now down straight he goes. Vettel, DRS wide open. He puts himself in P3. Definitely lost a bit of time there in sector 3. As Brushy Pancake and Josh Rose are going to be battling for a pole position here tonight. You might want to go on board with Snake, as Snake just entered sector 3 a little bit slower. I don't think he's on a fast one at the moment. EM7 as well. He's going to be racing for Lightning Racing Competition. Lost the car a little bit, although he seems to be sliding all over the place in order to get a better exit coming out of the corner. And here he goes into turn 10, into turn 11. He's got a little bit of traffic up ahead as well, and that's going to be his teammate. They're going to be giving each other a tow. Cut the corner! Oh, he cut the corner, and that's going to be an invalidation for EM7. He's probably in a call with Tamer as well, as the Lightning Racing Competition drivers have something to prove here tonight. Let's have a quick look here with Deco, currently in P10. He's gone on another fast one, as we might want to talk about the standings real quick. So the team that's currently leading the championship is SKG. So SKG is being represented by Josh Rose and Vettel, as they're currently in P1 and P3. So that's a good sign for SKG. Then we've got Lightning Racing Competition in P2, and they're down by about 9 points. So that's quite a bit. LMAO, which is AM7, together with Tamer, need to do a good job here tonight in Coda in order to score a decent amount of points. Then in P3, we've got Nomads Racing, a little bit the underdog here in this battle, as I definitely didn't expect them to be anywhere near the top 3, but they managed to do so anyway after a good result by Pain Debts. And he's on a fast one. No, he's on an outlap right now, but his very own teammate, Nathan Richard, is on a fast one, as he's just entered sector 3. Seems like he has the fastest second sector, so that is lovely for the Nomax Racing League driver. Apart from that, we've got Yappe in P4, Vortex Formula 1 Racing League in P5, ERS Racing League in P6, Universe of Racing in P7, and we've got European Racing Organization in P8, Racing Series Formula 1 in P9, and of course Torque Titans Racing League in P10. So hopefully these leagues at the bottom of the grid will be able to do better tonight, as Penrose currently in P11 for, he gets pushed down a position there, putting himself in P12 with 131.9. For Torque Titans Racing League, his very own teammate is currently, let me just double check here, Nifty Nasri in P5, so that's a good qualifying position for Torque Titans Racing League. Hopefully nothing happens to Nasri, as both Lightning Racing Competitions still have, the drivers of Lightning Racing Competition still have to come across the line, as EM7 has gone for another fast one. Doesn't necessarily use too much ERS in this part of the track. And here is where he's going to gain a little bit of time on Vettel, and he cuts the corner. Goes onto the curb aggressively. Seems like he's carried a lot of speed coming through there. Down the straight he goes. Puts himself in P4 right behind his teammate. And we can really see those times getting closer and closer to each other. A lot of guys within 131s right now. All the way from P7 to P15. We've got guys with a 131. As there's only one more driver to come across the line. He's going to be able to get a little slipstream from his very own teammate Nathan Richards and Bayndets. Are they going to be working together with each other? Seems like it. And down the straight they go at the moment. It doesn't seem like Nathan gave a lot of straight line speed there. I mean, extra straight line speed to Bayndets. He was too far away to be able to benefit from that slipstream. So that's not good communication between both the Nomex Racing League drivers. A little snap there from Bayndets as he comes around turn 13. Heading into that long right-hander. If the tires were already overheating, what's going to happen here? Seems like he has to lift a little bit. Uses ERS coming through that long right-hander. That is a very tricky one. You definitely don't want to do that in a race as he comes around the last corner. It doesn't cut the corner like EM7 did earlier on. And here we go. Bayndets coming across the line in P3. Another good result for the Nomex Racing League driver. Snake currently at the bottom of the grid, but I think he's going to go for another one. Has a lot of batteries saved. As he's coming down the straight now, won't be able to benefit from a tow. As Josh Rose now putting another exclamation mark on that pole time he said earlier on. Improves by about half a tenth. And it's going to be a 130.0 at the moment. The guys still need to push to be able to beat that time. As obviously plenty of the guys are a little bit further behind. Snake not improving on his time, 2 seconds slower. Densho not improving. Drastic Blaze seems to be improving as another driver coming into the pits there. Oh, and that was a little snap there from Drastic Blaze. Might have lost a bit of time. Comes across the line with a 3/10 improvement, putting himself in P9. Let's have a quick look here with Penrose coming down the straight. He's going to give a tow to his teammate. He's just too far behind. I mean, too far ahead. He's not going to be able to give a tow to his teammate. As Nesri just got pushed. Oh, it's not even his teammate. Never mind. It's the other driver, which I'm always confused about. Is that Vettel? No, it's Josh Rose probably. It is indeed Josh Rose. So it's really messing my head up with these league colors. Because obviously we've got two red teams. Being Vortex Racing, and then we've got Racing Series Formula 1. So I just quickly want to see who is in which team. So Lem and Drastic Blaze are racing for Racing Series F1. And then we've got Deco and Suzuki racing for Vortex Formula 1 Racing. That's something I got to remember. And everyone seems to be coming into the pits. 4 more minutes in this qualifying session. And then we are going to be good to go for the 35% race. Actually, a livery context would be good, Rolly. I respect that. I think that's a good idea. Hopefully that's going to be the case. Am I allowed to change my lineup? Yes. There we go. Roll request. Apparently somebody needs a roll. We're going to give that straight away as well, as everyone is still in the pits anyway. So we've got nothing to look at except for drivers doing an outlap. But that's not necessarily too important, if I'm not mistaken. And so I'm not going to go on board with Tamer here. One of the main contenders for pole position tonight. He needs to improve by about 3.5 tenths to be able to grab that pole time. And I'm pretty sure he's going to be able to if he works together with EM7. So all the guys are currently coming out of the pits just in time. Although there's still plenty of guys in the pits. More than half the grid stays in. And that could cause some chaos here for drivers like Tamer, who've already decided to come out of the pit lane as soon as possible. He's really warming up those soft tires, and I think that's a little bit risky if I'm being honest. He's going to lose a bit of time. And here goes Tamer coming around that long right-hander. And how will he do? He's got to time it right with his very own teammate. And I think EM7 is now coming out of the pit lane. And then he will be able to give a tow to Tamer coming down that long straight in Sector 2, where you really want to catch that slipstream. And they're going to time it right, are they not? There's 2 black teams apparently. Wait, there's 2 black teams? Oh, is that his teammate? I hope not. No, it's not his teammate. It's another car. That's going to be Harv racing for Universe of Racing. And unfortunately, they've only supplied us with one driver for tonight. As Tamer now coming through Sector 1. And these very fast left-right-handers, you really want to watch out. With the curves, the guys do tend to abuse those curves quite often. But sometimes they can shoot you up the air. As Tamer almost lost the car there. A little wiggle coming through the last corner in Sector 2. And now we've got that beautiful slipstream toe from EM7 and Tamer. Here we've got EM7 coming down the straight. Tamer right behind. And this is going to give a good toe. This is lovely for Tamer. Look at how much time he's gaining on EM7. They have mastered this here in Coda. And he almost invalidated that corner there. Needs to watch out. Oh, and he's improving by about a tenth right now, heading into Sector 3. Not sure if it's going to be enough, maybe for a top 3 position. But Sector 3 is where it needs to happen for the Lightning Racing Competition driver. Really cutting the corners now. Is he going to be able to grab pole time? It's going to depend on tenths, maybe even hundreds between himself and Josh Rose. Coming around the last corner, almost invalidates, playing around with the track limits. Down the straight he goes, and it's an improvement of about 2 tenths, but only good for a top 3 position. Drivers like Josh Rose and Brushy Pancake still have to put a good time on the board to be able to, still stay in P1 and P2, because I'm afraid that EM7, Ping, that's all those guys, maybe even Vettel, will be able to improve. Vettel, who's slower right now, heading into his last qualifying lap, 0.2 of a second, which is quite a bit if you think about it. And then we've got Harv still on a fast one as we speak, heading into Sector 2 as well. Is he gaining time? Doesn't seem like it. 47 seconds, that's quite a bit. 47 thousandths of a second slower. Paindats has gone for another one as well. His very own teammate seems to be all the way at the bottom of the grid, P16, as another driver came across the line. That will be Sneck, who put himself in P7. Good qualifying lap there for the ERO Racing League driver. As Paindats now entered Sector 2, will he be able to grab a little slipstream from his teammate? No, because he's just entered the start-finish straight. As Paindats really needs a good time here to be able to grab a decent amount of points for Nomex Racing League. They need to strengthen their P3 position in the Constructors' Championship at the moment. And will Paindats be able to do that exact thing? Maybe let's go on board with Brushy Pancake as he's coming around the last sector. Josh Rose didn't manage to improve on his very own qualifying time. So let's see whether Brushy Pancake will. Is he going to be baking pancakes? Yes, indeed. EM7 currently in P2. Only a couple of hundredths away, but what will Brushy Pancake do? Oh, and he invalidates coming around the last corner. He's not going to have enough time to come across the line and put another time on the board. Paindats is not improving either. Coming down the line goes the Nomex Racing League driver, and he doesn't improve. Anyone else here in the middle of the field? Zongo not up in his time. Oh, wait, he might be. He might be. Oh, and he does improve, but not in positions. Nifty Nasri currently in P13. As Penrose in P15 coming back into the pits. And that's going to be the qualifying here in King of Leagues. Let's go over to the 35% race. Usually it's a 50% race in other racing competitions, but obviously here in King of Leagues we will be doing 35% races because we feel like the strategies are a little bit more fun, and it also only takes about an hour to be able to do a short qualifying and a 35% race. Compared to a 50% race, you will be needing about 1 hour and 15 minutes, and then 1 hour and 30 minutes if you have a couple of safety cars. So that is something we really try to, keep in mind, that leagues still, or teams or whatever, still have not necessarily business opportunities, but like other obligations after these races. And here we've got the results. The top 3 is within 700ths of each other, so a good qualifying here from Josh Rose, EM7, and Brushy Pancakes. Then we've got Tamer, Paindats, Harv, Vettel, Snack, Drastic Blaze, and Zongo in P10. Then we've got Deco, Suzuki, Nifty, Dansho, Penrose, Max Meyer, Nathan Richards, ERO, Little Dragon, and Lem all the way at the bottom of the grid. Max Meyer, a very unfortunate P16 at the moment, and I'm afraid that's not going to be good enough for Yappe Racing League. But hopefully he can recover. And I'm not sure whether something had, apparently Brushy would have gotten a pole time. But he invalidated, obviously, coming around the last corner. And I'm really curious about whether he knew that. Because obviously somebody in the chat now tells me, Mr. Rolly. A big shout out to Mr. Rolly, who does the graphics and everything. But obviously he doesn't have that telemetry. Of course, if he runs this... Oh, and Brushy Pancake has left the session. Does he need another invite? I think he does. Let's send an invite real quick. I don't know if I actually can. Do I have him added? Oh, man, I don't have him added. Brushy Pancake. No. No, Brushy Pancake. I don't have you added. Oh, wait, I do. It's all the way somewhere. Let me see. Where is he? Where's Brushy Pancake? Why can I not go to the... Oh, wait, I can. What is his name again? It was something with... Oh, G-Sweats. Here it is. All right, everyone's still putting the right setup on their cars. Brushy Pancake has been invited again, so hopefully he can join the lobby. I'm unsure. Wise Bro left. No ID. Well, I guess we'll have to wait. It's going to be a medium hard. Oh, apparently his power went out. Oh, well, that's lovely. I've sent him an invite. Nicholas, if he needs another invite, please put it in the chat. I'll try to read it, or ping me in the Friday chat if he needs another invite. That's a shame. It seems like everyone is waiting. I guess that's nice from everyone, but if you're listening, you can basically press ready if you want to. And then we're going to be having about... tomorrow's race will be pure madness. It will be. Monza, that's a very tricky race. I'm not sure if I'm looking forward to it, but I feel like tracks like Monza need to be on a calendar like this. All right, we are going to be good to go for the COTA Grand Prix here in King of Leagues. It's going to be Season 6 of the Friday pool, as Josh Rose currently in the lead of the race, but EM7 is going to go for a move already. Down the inside he goes, and is EM7 going to take the lead of the race? Apparently so. There's enough room given by Josh Rose to make that overtake. Tamer now alongside Pain That's, and are they going to come out alive in Sector 1? Seems like they do. Nobody has crashed out, and this is something I haven't seen before around COTA. Usually you do tend to see a couple of crashes as Brushy Pancakes drops back to P19. Let's have a quick look with the position switches here. Little position switches. Harvey makes up a lot of positions on the tail of Pain That's now. Alongside he goes around the outside. Let's see whether he can make this work. Goes a little bit deeper. Cuts the corner there. Might have got a little track limit as Penrose already gets 3 seconds. Down the straight they go. Harvey really in that tail of Pain That's, but he simply doesn't have the straight line speed. Here comes Josh Rose, who lost 2-3 positions already in that first lap. As Harv is now getting overtaken by Snack around the outside. Snack, is he going to be able to make that overtake work? Doesn't seem like it. A lot of chaos. Here also Drastic Blade with a move down the inside. A little wheel banging there between Suzuki and Zongo as well, as a couple of guys are ghosted at the moment. As Lem trying to make an overtake down the inside on a nifty Nasri. Oh, and somebody crashed out. That's going to be Vettel. Dropped back to P14. Oh, and look at that. Lem almost going into the back of Vettel there. Not much room given by the SKG driver, but he does drop to P14. So those are some big points lost by SKG. Seeing Lightning Racing competition currently in P1 and P2. That's going to be a big amount of points for the blue team on the grid tonight. As Josh Rose still in the tail of Pain That's, he needs to score all the points for SKG tonight. Obviously, anyone who who finishes the race is going to be scoring points. Max Meyer with a good comeback race already. He didn't have a great qualifying all the way in P16. Oh, and look at that. Suzuki going for a move down the inside. I don't think Max Meyer saw that coming. Oh, and he wants to make a switchback work. A little wheel banging there between the both of them. Might have been a report for either one of them. Dancho on the tail of Max Meyer now as well. Is he going to go for a move? No, around the outside. Suzuki loses 2 positions. Oh, and Max Meyer crashes out. Another driver. That's going to be raced over. First safety car of tonight. And that might have been not great, if I'm being honest. That was, well... Definitely, yeah, man, this is disappointing. Well, at least at the front of the pack, we're having a good race with EM7 running away. Safety car at the moment. Is this going to cause a chaos at the front of the pack? Nobody seems to be coming into the pits. Let's also have a look at the tires real quick as Josh Rose decided to go onto the hard tires together with Vettel, Little Dragon, and Lem. So obviously Josh Rose is going to have the advantage at the end of the race when he chooses to go onto the medium tires. He could also go for the soft tires, but I'm unsure whether that's going to be a good idea. A couple of guys coming into the pits, as said before. Penrose coming into the pits. Vettel switching his front wing, as apparently he got a little bit of damage earlier on. Brushy Pancakes coming into the pits. Did he manage to come into the lobby already? Oh, he needs an invite. Okay, I'll send him an invite. We've got a safety car anyway, guys, so don't worry about it. His name was G-Swats. There we go. And he has joined. Lovely. Let's go back to the front of the pack as EM7 currently in the lead of the race. Still in the lead of the race after a good overtake on Josh Rose earlier on. Now the thing is, Josh Rose was... Tamer has left the session. He might need another invite. As the lobbies of EA are dreadful. So hopefully we are not going to be experiencing this anymore. Tamer, there we go. A beautiful invite for our Lightning Racing Competition driver. And thank you very much for the follows, by the way, guys. I'm really trying to... Oh, Brushy Pancakes has left again. Lovely. Let's send him another invite if he wants one. Max Meyer has left the session as well. Well, quite obviously, as he completely took out somebody. If I'm not mistaken, that was Deco. And he's going to be unhappy with that. The guy needs a banning from his own league. I agree with that. And who came into the pits already and what tire did they go on? Ooh, Vettel going onto the medium tires. That's not a good idea. Drastic Blaze, Nifty Nasri, Penrose all went onto the hard tires. Then we've got Brushy Pancakes on the hard tires as well, and Deco as well. Somebody needs another invite apparently. That will be Tamer. Sorry for this screen, by the way, guys. It's not that I can do anything about it. They should do something where you should have... Oh, that's actually a good idea. Let's do some brainstorming here, guys. Where's Tamer anyway? He's not in here. Where's Tamer? Tamer, where are you? He's not showing online. Very strange. Okay, so what could be a good idea is the fact that we need another like F1 app on our phone, like F124, the game app, and then people would be able to send invites from their phone to the server. That would be quite cool, to the lobby, right? So that I won't have to broadcast this stupid invite screen, and that's actually a good idea. I don't think it's even possible, but still, in a world where technology would be advanced, that would be a good idea. Apparently, Brushy Pancake needs another invite. I don't know what's happening with this guy, but he needs to sort out his Wi-Fi because, yeah. Well, he's left the session already. That's going to be his last invite. We're going to be ready to race pretty soon. Nathan needs another invite, apparently. That's somebody else, so it is allowed. But obviously the other driver wasn't allowed to get another invite. Nathan isn't even showing online, so that's not going to be an invite for him, I'm afraid. So the safety car is going to come back into the pits. As EM7 is going to be the driver able to restart this safety car. With about 16 more laps to go, everyone is eager to start. You can see them swerve all over the place. EM7 now coming around the last corner. Is he going to go for it already? No, he's going to wait. Baynets is alongside though, and now EM7 goes. Is Josh Rose going to make an overtake? Yes, indeed. Around the outside he goes. Gets a little slipstream from EM7 going into turn 1. But Baynets keeps the position, although down the inside he goes. Josh Rose with a possible better exit. Side by side still. Who's going to make it out ahead? Seems like that will be Baynets. Down the inside he goes now. Oh, and a little switchback, maybe. Oh, he's going to have a good exit coming out of this corner. Let's see whether that's going to be the case. No, a little awkward line there from Josh Rose. Restricts Baynets from making a good line coming through these S's. Harv now on the tail of these guys as well. He's got Sneck behind him on the medium tires. Josh Rose is actually the only driver in the top 8 on the hard tires. And Sneck a little bit on the tail of Harv there. Might have been a little kiss on the ass. As apparently Deco lost another position. What happened there? Tamer now with an overtake. He dropped back all the way to P14. After coming into the pits to go into the hard tires. Might have been an AI issue. Vettel now getting overtaken by Brushy Pancakes. Down the inside goes Brushy Pancake, but he apparently lost the position again to Vettel. Let's go on board with Baynets here on the tail of Josh Rose. As nobody really seems to be able to make an overtake anytime soon. Maybe with the DRS later on, as the DRS will be enabled again. Down the straight he goes. DRS is enabled. And will that actually happen though? Nobody seems to be using the DRS because it's not allowed yet. I got you there. No, the guys will be able to use it coming out of turn 11. First they need to tackle these S's, and we are going to see a couple of guys crashing into these S's simply because the tires will overheat, especially the medium tires. So they'll have to come into the pits around lap 9, lap 10 to switch onto the hard tires. Densho now on the tail of Suzuki. And what is happening here at the back of the grid? Tamer trying to make an overtake on Lem. And these were some big points for Lightning Racing Competition that's now basically poofed out of nothing. Oh, look at that move from Tamer. Shoots it up down the inside as Lem getting overtaken. He caught a surprise there. As EM7 getting overtaken as well. Didn't have the DRS coming down the straight. Baynets on the tail of EM7. And he's going to be the next one trying to make an overtake on the Lightning Racing Competition driver. Josh Rose obviously only has himself. As his very own teammate won't be scoring a single point. Brushy Pancake has left the session apparently again. So he won't be able to get another invite. A Little Dragon and Nifty Nasri are having a battle with each other as well. Nifty Nasri, who just lost that position, but he's still up the tail. Oh, and another driver crashed. That's going to be Sneck. Oh, and this is some good anticipating by Nasri. He knew that Sneck was in an awkward position, couldn't go anywhere. And Nasri basically backed out of it. Beautiful racing from Nasri. Really thank you for that, mate. And this is what I said, you know, these medium tires are going to be a pain in the ass. Penrose, who now makes an overtake on his very own teammate. Is that Tamer, who's going to go for a move as well? Seems like it. Down the inside he goes, and that's overtake done for Tamer. He's just making soup out of everybody. Coming through the S's now. Seems like he has a good line. Just the corner there a little bit. He's stuck behind Penrose, though. Oh, look at that move. Around the outside he goes. Wait, what a move. Oh, my days. Oh, it's still not done, yo. Oh, no, he kind of went a little bit deeper there. Caused Penrose to spin, maybe? Not necessarily. He lost a bit of time there. Nasri and Penrose now battling each other. As we've got a three-way battle between Vettel, Lem, and Deco. Drastic Blaze with a move on Dancho as well. We're seeing a lot of up and down, back and forward battles, including EM7 and Josh Rose. Although Josh Rose obviously on these hard tires. We do tend to see the hard tires getting faster right now, simply because the medium tires will overheat. They will degrade a little bit further. Coming around the last corner we go. This Payne that's currently still in P3 on the tail of Josh Rose. Here we go. Who's going to be able to make an overtake? DRS wide open. Josh Rose, is he going to be able to make an overtake? No, he's too far behind. And he won't be able to make an overtake as the top three is kind of running away a little bit. Harv trying to stick to the tail of them. And then, of course, Zongo about 8/10 behind Harv. So let's see whether that's going to be the case. Suzuki 2.3 seconds behind. And his Drastic Blaze trying to stick to the tail of his very own teammate. If I'm not mistaken, these guys are teammates? No, Suzuki is racing together with... no, I don't even know. I don't even know anymore. Lem and Drastic Blaze. So these guys are not working together with each other. They do have a very similar car. They have the same car. They're not in the same team. What is this? What is this? Their car looks exactly the same. This is... what the fuck? This is strange. They're not teammates, but their car looks the same. This is funny. Let's go back on board with Josh Rose, who's trying to make an overtake down the inside. Payne Dance goes for a move as well. Down the inside he goes, backs out of it. Not much room given by Josh Rose, but they make it out alive. Is EM7 going to go for a move? A little far back, in my opinion, for a move. But I mean, Payne Dance gave him the room, so... it all ends up well. A 3-second time penalty for Payne. That is going to do him dirty. He needs to be able to gain about a decent amount of seconds now on the guys behind him. I'm afraid that's not going to be the case. A little snap there as well from Payne. That's EM7 coming into the pits. And this is what I said. The guys are going to try and come into the pits around lap 8, lap 9 maybe. As now there is a very big gap in between Harv and Drastic Blades. About 3 seconds so far. So is this undercut going to work for EM7? And where is he going to end up in? Oh, and a little double stack here. This is unfortunate for Suzuki. And I think that's also what EM7 was trying to do. He didn't want to cut up in a double stack there. As Suzuki drops back to P16. Don't think he would have gained a position if he didn't double stack. Anyone ahead of him is about 4 to 5 seconds ahead. So it's not too much of a problem. Nifty Nasri and Penrose are having a good battle here in the middle of the field. Both Torque Titans Racing League drivers are trying to work their way through the grid. Vettel right on their tails. And let's see what the SKG driver can do. No, it's not an SKG. No, it is an SKG driver. Oh yeah, Max Meyer was from Yappe. Oh man, I'm getting confused here. Tamer with an overtake as well on Dancho as he just entered the top 5. He's gone onto the hard tires and he's going to have to finish the race on those hard tires, I'm afraid. Vettel with a move on Nifty Nasri. His next target will be Penrose. A little snap there from Penrose. Oh, and a little snap from another driver as well. That's going to be ERO Dragon. No, Sneck. Oh, and he just went back onto the grid. Don't think that's allowed if I'm being honest. Sneck just completely cut the grass there. Went back on track. Although it wasn't safe at all. Payne that's coming into the pits. Josh Rose is going to have fresher tires at the end of the grid, at the end of the race, but I'm unsure whether he's gonna gain time doing this. It's a very... oh no, he's on the hard tires anyway. Never mind. Didn't say a thing. Penrose now getting overtaken by Vettel as well, coming down the straight. The air is wide open for Vettel, and a move is done before turn 1 is there. Very crucial, because going into turn 1 side by side, it's usually going to give a little bit of chaos, and it's also going to make you lose time as well. Tamer now on the tail of Drastic Blade as well. It's, well, obviously Tamer needs a good race. I don't think he's going to come into the pits anymore. He's made a pit stop already. Vettel apparently made 2 pit stops already. And what a race by ERO, a little Dragon already. 14 positions gained. We're seeing a little battle here between a Drastic Blaze and a Tamer. There's Tamer now coming down the straight. DRS wide open. Is he going to be able to make an overtake? Yes, indeed. And now he needs to carry that speed going into turn 12 and try to get away from a Drastic Blaze. Blaze obviously still having to come into the pits, but he's on the hard tires. So he's going to try and wait. But both of them came into the pits already. So Tamer came into the pits right as that safety car came out. Drastic Blaze about a lap after him. Although Drastic Blaze not necessarily losing much time, about 4/10 right now, heading into Sector 1. Tamer really pushing. I don't know if it was a AI decision by Tamer, because he dropped out of the session because of a power outage or something like that. Wi-Fi disconnections, maybe something like that. Brushy Pancakes now making an overtake on Nathan Richard. Both drivers are not in the lobby at the moment. There might be a couple of good discussions there, but we've sent plenty of invites to Brushed Pancakes, and they didn't manage to join the lobby. It's just a Wi-Fi connection issue, and after three invites, he won't be able to receive another invite. A Little Dragon now on the tail of Vettel. Oh, a little tap there from Penrose. Penrose and Little Dragon both have a 3-second time penalty. Let's have a quick look at the penalties here. 3 seconds for Baindets as well, Dancho as well, and then we've got Lem in P16 with a 3-second time penalty as well. Here comes Penrose down the straight. He goes, Little Dragon. And this is basically a battle. Like anyone else making an overtake on these two are not necessarily battling for a position, because they're going to gain it anyway because of those 3 seconds. But Penrose and Little Dragon are battling for a decent amount of points. And I'm really wondering... Oh, and another driver is off track. That's going to be Vettel again with a very unfortunate race. It doesn't look like he's really going to be able to score a lot of points for SKG, although they still have got Josh Rose. So that's a good sign there. Tamer getting overtaken by Drastic Blaze again. Down straight he goes. The air is wide open. Is he going to make a move down the inside? Doesn't seem like it. He's going to wait for that second straight. And then this time around, he needs to abuse Sector 3 to his advantage, because otherwise Drastic Blaze is just going to stay on the tail of Tamer and make that overtake coming into Sector 1 again. And hopefully that's not going to be the case for Tamer this time around. Nifty Nasri on the tail of Little Dragon. It's Torque Titans Racing League versus ERO. It's a group of 4 drivers trying to get away from Vettel. As Vettel really caught up in a bad race today. Little Dragon with another penalty. That's going to be a second time penalty. And this is not a good sign for Little Dragon. A little inconsistency from the ERO driver. Deco seems like he wanted to make an overtake, but backed out of it again. Deco, who obviously caught into that incident with Max Meyer. Max Meyer, who basically, well, crashed out Mr. Deco there. Drastic Blaze now getting overtaken. And now this is the time for Tamer to run away. His tires are older, though. Little Dragon with a move on Penrose again. And I'm pretty sure that Mr. What's his name again? Tiger in the chat, the owner of Torque Titans Racing League, is going to be happy seeing this. You know, he told me there's too big of a pace gap here in King of Leagues with this format. And I agree with him. Although this is lovely to see. You can see Little Dragon, Penrose, Nifty Nasri, both Torque Titans Racing League drivers, as now ERO Little Dragon is coming into the pits. And I think that's going to be his second pit stop, isn't it? No, it's his first one. Never mind. It's the first penalty. The first pit stop for ERO Little Dragon. Josh Rose, who came into the pits as well. And look at how far ahead EM7 is. No, it's not far ahead at all. As EM7 just ahead of Josh Rose. This is not great for EM7. He's going to have older tires. Well, not necessarily older tires, but worse tires. Well, older as well. 4-lap-old hard tires. So Josh Rose should have the advantage. Paindats is slowly running away. About a second between himself and EM7. And then we've got Vettel, obviously, on 11-lap-old hards. I don't think he'll be able to gain much time on these guys. But look at how far ahead Tamer and Drastic Blaze are. Tamer is basically racing for the race win here. Nifty Nasri and Penrose now switching positions. Deco trying to make an overtake as well. Down the inside of Penrose. Not much room given. As Penrose defends the inside line. Beautifully done. Maybe a little switchback here from Deco. Cuts the corner a little bit. Is he going to go for a move? Doesn't seem like it. Anyone else making a move? As Pain Dance, Josh Rose, and EM7 are now currently getting a little bit closer. And we might want to go on board with Songo here. No, it's Drastic Blaze. And he's losing a bit of time to Tamer. So this is good news for a Lightning Racing competition. Deco on the tail of Penrose. Is he going to go for a move? Vettel with a 10-second time penalty. And he retires in the pit lane. And he left the session as well. And this is going to be a pain in the ass for SKG. And I'll tell you why. Anyone who finishes the race scores points. And these are some big points that they can definitely use. Especially seeing Lightning Racing competition currently in P1 and P8. And Josh Rose only in P6, so they definitely lost a lot of time there. Let's see what Penrose can do. Exactly, I agree with you there, Jason. Penrose could slow down everyone behind him, let Nifty run away, and then hopefully score a decent amount of points for Toric Titans Racing League. Josh Rose making an overtake already. Is he going to go for a two-way overtake? No! Penrose and Nifty switch positions. So now Nifty will try and hold back Josh Rose, but it's not easy on one level medium tires. Josh Rose with a move down the inside, makes up an overtake. Let's see what Sneck can do here on the tail of ERO. A Little Dragon. Both drivers basically teammates. Especially Pancakes and Nathan Richards still within each other. As they're going to be racing as... oh, look at that. Josh Rose almost going into the back of Penrose. Maybe a little bit anticipating driving. Oh, another tap there on the tail of Penrose. And he's now going to be able to make that overtake. Even within, like, in between these cars, he's able to get the fastest lap on the board at 1:33. He needs to make up for about an 8-second gap on Drastic Blaze and Tamer. But I'm afraid that the bird has flown away. Tamer about 10 seconds ahead of Josh Rose. He needs to gain more than 2 seconds a lap to be able to get back to Tamer. And let's see whether that's going to be a possibility for Josh Rose here tonight. Looking for his race win here in King of Leagues. It's the second race already. As next week we will be having the last race of the season. And then we will be heading into Season 7, of course. Apparently my laptop is going to drop out. Unsure why that is going to happen, but... Here comes Penrose. Down the straight he goes. I really need to keep track of that battery life, though. Because otherwise I'll have to unplug my laptop. Oh, and Harv with a little snap. Going into turn 12. Sneck now making an overtake on Little Dragon. And let's go back to... the front of the pack. Maybe Penrose on the tail of Paindats. Both drivers having a penalty. Both having 3 seconds of time penalties. But Paindats obviously having faster tires. He's going to be able to run away from Penrose. But they're still battling for a decent position here at Toric Titans Racing League. Let's see what EM7 can do on the tail of Nifty Nasri. And EM7 definitely lost a lot of time there behind these Toric Titan Racing League drivers. EM7 now with a move down the inside. Is he going to make it stick? Yes, because he's ahead of Toric Titans Racing League. Apparently my laptop is not charging. If I drop out, please, I'll tell you the results in the stream. But right now my stream is going to drop out anyway. So let's see. 1 second. Alright, so this is going to be... Well, my laptop. It's not dropped out, so that's lovely. Oh, Josh Rose will catch. He will catch. Look at that. He still needs to make that overtake on Drastic Blaze, though. And that will be an issue for Josh Rose. If it were just Josh Rose versus Tamer, I don't think it would have been too much of an issue. But right now it's Josh Rose versus Drastic Blaze first. And then going back to Tamer. And it's going to lose him a lot of time. He's still got about 4 more laps to go. Nifty Nasri and Penrose still trying to work together with each other. 13 lap old hard tires is not easy to work with either. Harv is slowly gaining some time on these two, as well as Zogo on the tail of Harv. Zogo racing for ERS Racing League, if I'm not mistaken, together with... Who's the other driver? Where is he anyway? Dansho? Is it Dansho? I think it is Dansho. Penrose on the tail of Nifty Nasri. As Nifty Nasri now lost toe of EM7. So it will just be Tory Titans Racing League versus Deco, because Harv is too far behind, and Zogo is making it very difficult for Harv as well. Yes, you might want to go on board with Josh Rose now. Catching up to Drastic Blaze. Only about 3.5 more laps to go. Coming down the straight now. Josh Rose. 1.8 seconds. It's going to be difficult getting back to Tamer and Drari. And these two are still making it difficult for Deco to get past. It doesn't even seem like Deco can even make an overtake. These two are just switching positions every straight, and that's making it so difficult for Deco to get past. Because as soon as the Toric Titan Racing League driver gets the overtake done, Deco needs to basically make an overtake on both drivers. Zogo still making it very difficult for Harv at the moment. Snack and Little Dragon having a battle with each other as well. Nathan Richards, yeah, obviously he's not going to score a single point. Nifty Nasri and Penrose, this is the only battle together with Harv and Zogo we are going to be seeing anytime soon. Maybe Josh Rose with Drastic Blaze. This is the battle we want to see. 3 more laps to go. There's about a 5-second gap from Tamer to Drastic Blaze. It's going to be difficult for Josh Rose. And did the AI help Tamer and Dari with that pit stop? I would say so. He's on 14 lap old hard tires, and it's going to be difficult for Tamer to actually finish the race on those hard tires. It's going to work anyway. I'm afraid it's going to work. This is not good news for Josh Rose and Yappe Racing League. No, it's SKG. Yappe Racing League is racing in those purple cars. Coming down the straight now, Josh Rose will be able to make that overtake with the use of the DRS. Paintats is catching up as well. Dansho with a 3-second time penalty. And here comes Josh Rose. Overtake done for the SKG driver. His next target will be Tamer Andari. But I'm afraid that 2.5 seconds is a little bit too much to be able to gain in 2 laps. I mean, 5 seconds. I mean, in a lap. It's oh, look at that. There's a little bit of carnage here. Deco getting overtaken by both the Toric Titans Racing League drivers again. Zogo. Oh, it was Deco with a little snap. Oh, yeah, he's struggling on those hard tires. Look at that. He still has to go for another 2 laps. 4.6 at the moment for Josh Rose. And look at how much time Deco is losing coming through that long right-hander. And the guys here in the midfield are having a battle with each other as well. Although Suzuki is going to gain that position anyway because Dansho has got 3 seconds, obviously. Harv on the tail of Zogo. Is he going to be able to make that overtake? Doesn't seem like it. A little swerve there from Harv and Zogo, acknowledging that they're having a good race. And I agree with you there. They haven't collided with each other yet. And it seems like they're going to have another decent race in these next 2 laps. Penrose and Nifty Nasri, the duo you can dream of as a league. You know, obviously you've got EM7 and Tamer who are working together in the qualifying, but these guys have been racing behind each other for about 20 laps now already. Well, 19 as we're heading into lap 19 out of the 20. But they're just simply working together with each other beautifully, and there's nothing Deco can do. He had 1 chance of making that overtake. Now Harv is going to try and make an overtake. Down the inside he goes. This is some good battling between the both of them. Here comes Penrose, and they're switching positions again. Deco cannot do anything about that. Is he going to go for a move around the outside? Seems like he's backing out of it. As we're heading into the last lap of the race, Tamer and Dari and Josh Rose heading into lap 20 out of the 20. Josh Rose has done everything he could to get back to Tamer and Dari, but I'm afraid that he's not going to be able to get there. 2.9 seconds. And the medium tires are going to wear out anyway. So it's just a little bit difficult for Josh Rose at this point. It just depends on whether Damer is going to lose his car. That's the only thing he can hope for. You know, just, I mean, obviously Josh Rose is going to hope for it. Damer isn't going to hope for it because he needs to finish this race. He still seems to be pushing. And so is Josh Rose, obviously. 2.6 seconds right now. Being that's on the tail of Drastic Blaze. Is that going to be another overtaking worthy opportunity for Paynets? As Songo gets a 3-second time penalty. That's not great in his battle with Harv. As Harv is now secured off a top 8 position, with Deco dropping another position. He received a 3-second time penalty, and I'm afraid that will be his death. Paynets now coming around the outside. That's overtake done. Drastic Blaze. I'm pretty sure he's not going to lose 3 seconds in one sector. Well, it just simply could if he loses the car, but the chances of that happening is very unlikely. Nifty, Nasri, and Penrose now having a battle with each other. Are they taking each other out? It doesn't seem like it. Deco trying to make it difficult. 3 wide going into turn 13. And Deco had a bad exit there. Penrose is looking to make an overtake. Oh, it's EM7. No, it's not EM7. Never mind. I didn't say a thing. Damer coming across the line to grab the race win here in COTA. Josh Rose coming down the line as well in P2. Drastic Blaze is going to gain a position anyway because Paynets had a 3-second time penalty here in the middle of the field. We're looking at a battle between Deco and Penrose, but Penrose, thanks to his very own teammate, receives 1 extra position because they just simply work together with each other beautifully. Harv bumps up to P7, Penrose to P8, I mean Deco to P9, Songo to P10. Then we've got Suzuki in P11. Here at the back of the grid, we've got Nathan and Brushy, but they will be getting disqualified anyway for not being in the lobby. Yeah, it is what it is. Tiger in the chat says, Penrose and Nifty, great teamwork, lads. Thanks for representing TTRL. And thank you for being as clean as you could. It was definitely a great race from the both of them. And that is all we can ask for from the leagues. Not like drivers like, well, yeah, you can fill out the blank yourself. Damer in P1, he grabs the race win for Lightning Racing, a competition. And it might be a question of whether they're going to be in P1 after this race. I think they are, especially seeing Mr. Vettel retiring in the pit lane. Those are going to be some big points. Josh Rose getting the fastest lap, so he's going to be scoring 1 extra point. Then we've got Drastic Blaze with a surprising P3 for Vortex F1 Racing League, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just double check here. No, he's going to be racing for Racing Series F1. And we've got Paynets in P4 and EM7 in P5. Further, we've got Nifty, Harv, Penrose, Deco, Zonko, Suzuki, Snake, Densho, Little Dragon, Lem, Nathan Richard, Brushy Pancake, Vettel, and Max Meyer. The last 4 drivers will not be scoring a single point as they retired. Yeah, it's as easy as that. Guys, I would like to thank you very much. If you want to see some more action, there's going to be a Saturday pool race tomorrow, so make sure you check that one out as well. All I can do right now is thank you very much, and let's go through the leagues of tomorrow real quick. So it's going to be PGS F1, Vini Vidi Vici, Overtake Racing League, XR Racing League, Intercontinental Racing, Axel Racing League, Red Arrows Racing, Grand Prix Racing, Formula Certacio Racing, and Vrij League Esports. Now the thing is, XR Racing League drove with some very cocky but very good drivers last week. They're not going to be scoring, they're not going to be racing with the same drivers this week. It's going to be from a division lower, so hopefully that's going to make things much more interesting. And all I can say to you is thank you very much, and I'll see you guys around. Bye-bye.